Please subscribe to the channel for more updates. Today we shall examine philosophy and logic. Philosophy and logic. What is philosophy? From its origin, philosophy simply means love of wisdom. Philo meaning love, Sophia meaning wisdom. Note, the Greeks saw philosophy as synonymous with wisdom. So when we talk about philosophy, it's talking about the love of wisdom. And what do we mean by PhD? PhD means Doctor of Philosophy. That is the meaning of PhD, which symbolizes the unity of knowledge. Now, let's talk about the branches of philosophy. We have 4 branches of philosophy. We have epistemology, metaphysics, we have logic, we have philosophy of other discipline. Now, what is metaphysics? Epistemology, rather. Epistemology is the science of knowledge. It talks about how we acquire knowledge. That is episteme, from the word episteme, which means knowledge. And we have ethics. Ethics is derived from a Greek word that means ethos. Ethos simply means the science of morality. Another name for ethics is philosophy of morality. It deals with moral. While metaphysical is the science of reality as a whole. We have logic. Logic is the aspect of philosophy that helps to distinguish between true argument, false argument, valid argument, invalid argument, inductive argument, and deductive argument. That is logic. Logic is all about argument, and argument is all about reasoning. We have philosophy of other disciplines. Now we move to the school of thought in philosophy. We have idealism, materialism, rationalism, empiricism, skepticism, and so on and so forth. But we shall briefly discuss few of them for the purpose of this video. Idealism, school of thought, from the word idea, which holds that the reality is matter or that reality is intelligible. This school of thought believes so much on spiritual, on the idea more than matter. It believes on what the idea gives you more than what you can see and touch. Now, the opposite of it is materialism. Materialism believes that nothing exists beyond what is physical. Materialism is therefore the opposite of idealism. So, materialism believes on physical things. It believes on matter. It holds on matter. It holds on what you can see, what you can touch, and what you can feel. While the idealism believes on intelligible, what the idea can offer you. So we have rationalism, which holds that basis of knowledge is reason, rather than experience or divine revelation. Now we have empiricism, the school of thought that holds that knowledge begins from sense perception or sense of experience. Knowledge comes from experience. Empiricism believes on the notion that experience is the best teacher. We have hedonism, it's an ethical doctrine, which says that pleasure is standard of morality. That is hedonism. Now, what is logic? Logic is the study of the principle and techniques of distinguishing correct argument from incorrect argument. By logic is all about arguments. In logic, we use the word argument to mean reasoning. And reasoning is a form of thinking. Before you can think, you have to reason. Reason is a form of thinking. And when we talk about logic, we have 2 types of logic, which is inductive logic and deductive logic. What is inductive logic and what is deductive logic? Inductive have to do with reasoning from particular premises to a general conclusion, where you use one person to make a general conclusion. For instance, busy brain is a boy, busy brain is intelligent, therefore all busy brain are intelligent. You use one person now to make a general conclusion. That is called inductive, from particular premises to a general conclusion. Alright, when we talk of deductive, we also talk of deductive. Deductive means from general to particular. Look at example of deductive here. All students study hard. Ayo is a student, therefore Ayo study hard. Alright, we leave that and move to the truth, validity, and sound of an argument. How do we know that an argument is sound? What is a sound argument? A sound argument are those arguments that are real and genuine, even in the real life. An argument is sound when that argument is genuine in the real life. How do we know if an argument is valid? A valid argument is that argument that there is a correlation between the premises and the conclusion. We have the validity of an argument is all about whether or not conclusion of the argument follows the premises. All men are women. Tom is a man, therefore Tom is a woman. So it's a valid argument because there is a correlation between these two. This and this is the premises, while this is the conclusion. A sound argument is if it is valid and its premises and conclusion are true in a real life. So that is all about soundness and validity. Now we talk about fallacy. Fallacy is an argument which is usually contrived to deceive or to mislead people. A fallacy is an argument of lies, arguments trying to deceive people. Now we have type of fallacy. We have informal fallacies and informal fallacy. And here are the example of informal fallacy. All this one. So always watch our next video for more updates. Thank you very much. Thank you.